Greetings ladies and gents, it's TR Tony here and Arry The Stag. This week we are going back to California over in the US of A, where many of you will remember that we met with a guy called Mike Schertz, who has been working on a project Stag which he bought probably before lockdown now. He's been working on it for a few years. It was actually a complete basket rust case destined for the tip and the crusher. It really was beyond all help, and a fate worse than death when he rescued it. He travelled miles in the night to go get it, brought it back to his house, and has been working on it ever since. He's lucky enough to have a garage lift in his garden, which he's able to lift the shells up and down, which is fantastic. And those that have been watching the videos for some time will know that there's some other earlier videos, and you can look at those at the end of this one to check in. But we had an email in this week from Mike just to tell us exactly what's been going on. Apparently it's been pretty awful in Southern California lately. They've had some really unusual weather. He's had to keep the car covered most of the time, which has stopped him working on it. But the icing on the cake apparently last week was it was 70 degrees outside, so he uncovered the car to look at something, and then went off and did a chore and went off with his daughter to the bookstore. And in the hour that he was gone, out of nowhere came a sudden thunderstorm and dropped half a ton of hail all over the place. And as he said, in California they've not seen hail in over a decade, so I think we're quite fortuitous to see that, really, because in the UK we've been swamped with water. But just his luck, he'd left the car uncovered, hadn't he? But he commented, life is fun. So there you go. But he said here's the latest on the Stag. As we will have seen before, the chassis he actually fabricated himself over many months. A lot of geometry involved, a lot of calculations, measurements, welding obviously, and he's had the chassis apart. It's gone away to be powder coated and has just simply come back. So he's now reassembled it and it's all in one piece, which is terrific. And he's also been doing some body work on the front wings and various panels, again really just to get it up to spec and make it look really nice. And with the body and the frame now back together, he's now trying to set up the drive shaft angles, which is critical obviously in terms of getting the right power to the road. Imagine this is 450 brake horsepower of drive coming through those drive shafts, so it's got to be right. And he says, and he's a fantastic engineer, incidentally guys, this guy builds cars for a living and has done in the past, so he's a very clever chap in my view. And he still says it's been problematic to get the angles absolutely correct, and so it's thrown up an issue that he has to modify the body a little bit to get that right angle such that the rubber hits the road correctly. But other than that, everything is moving along very well, and he hopes to have the first start of the engine sometime this year. So when that happens, guys, we will ask Mike to send us a video or some pictures, and we'll update you with the latest on the Stag there. It's going to be an awesome machine, and I'm very confident that he's going to be very proud of it when it's all made and done and up and running. So there you go guys, that's it for this week. A very quick one to recap. If you want to see more from Mike, click on these videos at the end and you'll see some of the history and the stories to date, and also did an interview with him as well, so check that out at the end as well. And we'll see you online on Arry The Stag very soon. Cheers for now guys, have a great week, bye.